next to Kanye, you get opportunities. Okay, Kanye got real quiet and said, "No, I'm evil." Guy Anthony Edwards allegedly basically paid her $1 million to leave him alone and the baby. So I don't like the fact that you say you don't want anything to do with the child.
She got mad and people commented on her.
Calling her gold digger.
Her gold digger. Oh, you are a gold digger. It's Ashton Hall.
He's an entrepreneur.
I don't care what he is. Called him a failed football player. I said, bro, why they gotta do him like that?
Yeah, personal trainer, but that makes you an entrepreneur.
He's a personal trainer, so you're up at 3 a.m. This is bullshit. And splashing yourself with warm ice water.
I mean, his body is nice.
A corner like thousands of others across the country. It's a place to go if you want to be seen, and to a lot of folks, it's the information center of the neighborhood.
Give everybody the strength and ability to do what they do best, and that's make people laugh.
Everybody want to be famous. Nobody want to put the work in.
Our job is to spark somebody else watching us. We might not be the ones, but let's not be selfish.
We want to welcome you to the Corner Convo once again, where real talk meets real energy. Yeah, threw you off with that one, didn't I?
That sounds like Jada Kiss's.
Big corner energy. You know what I'm saying? We are not in the barber shop, man. If you don't like it, pick another episode.
That was funny.
I like that one too. Yeah. Now, look, man, this is episode 246. To my left, we got my girl Kels in the building. What's happening?
What's going on?
To her left, we got the internet's #1 hater. His name is Abasi Tahir Thompson. Put your hands together right now, one time.
Oh, are we?
Yeah, fuck it.
This is not on the run of show.
You know, sometimes you have to ad lib.
This is definitely living the ab.
Hey, look, man. This podcast is for Chicago, by Chicago. We like to highlight our tastemakers, our influencers, our movers and shakers.
As long as they're men.
Whoa, that's nasty. And then kind of work our way out. And also, look, y'all want to make sure y'all like, subscribe. It helps the channel a whole lot, so we definitely appreciate y'all doing that. And, you know, this week, man, it's a lot going on. I think that there's some things in society, basketball, and culture that we must address.
Absolutely.
Y'all are pissing everybody off with the SAS debates.
Yeah, fuck them. There you go. That bitch been smoking, though.
Hey, man, shout out to everybody who's been commenting on IG, like 170K. We super appreciate that. And the hate that y'all have for LeBron and his family is ridiculous. And the fact that y'all standing your own way of what's actually right and wrong is crazy to me. You know,
because they don't agree with.
Yeah, they don't agree. I mean, read the post.
No, he can do nothing wrong. He can do nothing right in their eyes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's nasty work,
like,
man.
Stephen A. Smith was so wrong, but because it was against LeBron's wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
accurate.
Friggin' weird, man. But let's start in Chicago, good people.
We're starting the 312-773.
Let's start with your guy.
What's his name?
Mayor Johnson.
At least you put the mayor in front of his name this time, right?
Yeah. All right, well, you know what?
Yeah,
I recant my statement.
No, do that.
Okay. And Brandon, brother Brandon.
Now we here, y'all.
Brando.
Let me see if I can pull up this clip, man. Brandon said some wild shit.
He always say wild shit.
In reference to the, again, teen takeover downtown, we've had multiple, I would even say thousands at this point, teen takeovers since before he got in office.
Hey, it's not even warm yet. This year. We've had 3 or 4 this year.
It was nice enough.
While he's in office, the teen takeovers are still taking over.
Facts.
And he said some shit that rubbed me the wrong way. Pause. He said, hey, look, our kids need something to do and somewhere to go.
Come on now.
I've thrown a party or an event at the Navy Pier.
The Navy Pier.
And there wasn't one single solitary mishap. All right, Johnson, listen here, Johnson. When you throw an event, okay, it's a curated event. You control what happens, when it happens, the time, where, place, location, right? It's not a takeover.
And even the type of people that come.
There you go. And so that was his excuse. Well, you know, if we give our kids something to do and a place to go, they'll show up. No, the fuck they won't. These are agents of chaos that are terrorizing the city of Chicago, okay? Let's be fucking clear. Now, I guarantee those same kids that were just at the teen takeover were not invited to the elitist takeover at Navy Pier. You know what I mean? Like, are you invading these groups on social media? Right? Because you can. You can figure that out. You know what I mean? Let these kids know, hey, look, You ain't got to take over downtown. You can come on down to Navy Pier.
Well, I mean, we did that in the 90s and they shut that down. Because we was taking over Navy Pier, and then that's when mob action was instituted.
Well, we weren't invited then. Now we're invited, right? So I'm saying,
the
90s was the same. Like we couldn't be outside like that.
No, we're not doing that.
What do you mean? It's lit.
I can't agree.
Nothing has really changed. The curfews that have been instituted haven't really worked. Hasn't reduced teen crime or victimization in any city for the most part.
What part of the 90s?
What do you mean? Like when we were in high
90s?
school. So if you remember, like this is the era when they were doing sweeps on Tuesdays and stuff. This is when Evergreen Plaza was still open, Ford City. So
South,
we were, or even whatever kind of weird little malls y'all had on the west side. What y'all had? Like,
We don't have any west side malls.
Open air strip malls.
We don't have any, man.
Open air.
Vacant lots. Like
In
y'all,
the 90s, we didn't have any malls,
y'all was stugging it out at the flea market. I don't know.
That's
right?
Mexican. We won't go either, though. We won't get stabbed. They won't stab at us. We was barely going to the Brickyard because the Puerto Ricans would fuck us up.
That was the Brickyard
That's
Mall.
north.
And then Navy Pier. But at some point we were outside acting crazy, and then that's when Chicago was like, if there are 2 or more of you, that's mob action, and you can't be these places without an adult. So we've seen it happen. It didn't really curb teen violence and like gatherings then, but this is a little different.
That's my whole point. Let's fuck what happened in the 90s. Like in 2025, this has been an issue for at least the last 5 years, maybe more, right? And I'm saying that these kids have Facebook groups, IG groups, and it just travels like wildfire. And this is the new party. And so what he's saying is, if we give them something to do, no, fuck that. I don't believe that. What up, Chicago? It's that time again, man. Crack 'em up, Chicago. Crack 'em up comedy is back in the building once again. I want you to laugh until you can't breathe. Huh? Huh?
Yeah. I'm with you.
Yo, every third Tuesday, check them out at Pork Chop 6341 North Broadway in the back of Meat and Whiskey. And they got $3 tacos.
Shit. Hey, your host for the night is the amazing and hilarious Gina G. Hitting the stage with her, Andres Merlos, Jason Acevedo, Rooster Monaghan, Sheldon Calhoun,
my guy,
Charlie Wilson. First name Charlie.
Last name Wilson.
Last name Wilson.
Hey.
Plus the heavy hitters, Maddie Ryan, Carrie Creek, and Kirsten Tomei.
Well, look, let's be clear, man. This is sponsored by Glue Entertainment Concierge. Took me a long time to get that right.
Still forgot the G.
And presented by Nichelle Murdoch and the Midwest native Jamesia Jam. My girl Stoudemire, what's happening? Hey, look, you can get your tickets at Crack 'em Up Comedy Chicago Eventbrite.com. I'm not going to say it again because that was too much for me. Sorry. Okay.
Now that was funny. So you want him to be heavy-handed on what?
Yeah, lock him up.
No, heavy-handed on protecting the city and keeping the city safe. You know, Chicago makes a large portion of its money from tourism. It's a tourist hub. It's a food attraction. It's everything people want to be, except for the fucking cold winter. You know, it's fine other than that. Sometimes you look at Brandon, you got to tell him, man, read the room, bro. And in this case, the room's a city. It's your constituents. It's the people you took an oath to do better by the city for. It's us. And we said we're not happy with the teen trends. It doesn't matter what went on in the 80s, 90s, 2000s. It's now, man, and no shade to know what y'all said, because it's true. You know, things happened in the 90s, it's happening now. But there are things in place now that allow these takeovers, teen takeovers, to go unchecked and unravel. And you have the public service that are the Chicago Police Department running from, that are understaffed and undermanned, running from side of town to side of town, trying to keep things safe. This is the reason I'm getting so much money now. I appreciate y'all for being fucked up, but people are getting hurt. People are getting hurt at these takeovers like they were in the 90s. Now, I don't remember much about these 90s takeovers, so I can't speak a lot on it. But the ones now, I don't have a problem with the curfew. But you can have a curfew and you can put things in place for the kids to be safe at the same time. The two don't have to be exclusive of each other, though. But dude, you gotta just stop talking and just start doing. We tired of hearing you talk, man. You know, it's a conversation of what kind of leader is he now?
Look, I don't need a speech. I need rent to go down. I need our city protected. I need schools funded. I'm just saying.
You need a better city. You need a better city, you know.
Hey, look,
you can't invest in this. I'm sorry, you can't invest. How can you invest in a space, safe spaces, and we already how many dollars in debt? And that's the $1 billion is the shortness of it, though. It's the shortness of it. The projected budget is $5 billion in debt. It's $5 billion. Where's this money coming from? So you take from other places and other things that the city may need to invest in certain portions of what you feel. And this to me, this is a personal goal of his. Now, I'm not mad at that. But sometimes if you run, but all the time, if you got personal goals, it can't come before the well-being of the city.
So I have 3 kids that were kind of post-COVID, grew up in the era of, takeovers coming on social media. I think it's important to look back at how it is. Like these things existed for us and the policies that were implemented and what didn't work. And trying to replicate those, they still pretty much don't work. T.O. Hardiman had an idea. He was like, Chicago should institute a 24-hour teen, boys and girls club. But I don't necessarily know if kids will take advantage of something like that, right? Like these 24-hour teen centers, where would they be located? How much would it cost to operate them? Then what does that mean for the child's curfew or the parents that are responsible for them in terms of, moving around the city? Because in Chicago, your curfew is 11 p.m. You got to be inside to 6 a.m., right? If you're under the age of 17. So are the teen centers only for youth that are 17 to 18? And then also the most crime that happens in the city is between the hours of 3 and 7 for children that are under 18, because that's when they're out of school and the parents are not yet home from work. These are our kids. They're teenagers that are kids of millennials and Gen Xers. So my question is, who's responsible, right? Like, what do you do once you lock a child up or hold them accountable? So I've thought, are we thinking about revoking driver's licenses? Are we thinking about being ineligible for sports? Are we thinking about the city of Chicago maybe incentivizing night school? Right. So instead of you going to school in the daytime, maybe you start a little bit later in the afternoon and then you go into the evening. Are we looking at possible night school and then compensating them to go to school instead of the city program that puts them in jobs? Right. Because
I like the compensation.
They're in competition with adults for full-time jobs because we got communities that are underemployed. The other thing is to take these kids' cars and impound them. Right. So what are some of the tangible things that can make it that, them or their parents, right? Like, so how is it that we use what the kids have as an incentive? Either we take it away or you have to earn it. I do think that the mayor has to lead by example. And I also think, there should probably be a deputy teen mayor. Right. So deputy mayors are those that work with the city council and work with the mayor. They're appointed. I do think that he needs some youth on the city council or having some way to understand, what is it that we want? But Chicago is a city where everybody want to be outside. And the teens are outside with us, whether it's 31st Street Beach or Rainbow Beach or kicking it at the park. They do not have any money, right? They get their money from their parents, or, a lot of them are doing lashes and fading. They got some coins in their pocket, but there's nowhere for them to go. At least we had the rink and we had 63rd Street. We had places that we could go, and
it was for us though, right? So
it was for teens. Yeah,
you said we had 31st, and we had other places in the 90s. We knew where the adults were, and we didn't go invade them spaces. The problem with takeovers now is they go where the adults are and doing the childish bullshit.
Where do they go though? That's the question.
They go wherever they want to go.
No, I'm saying
we
now.
knew not to go to 31st beaches. They go everywhere now. What day was the house? What day is the house music played on the beach? It was like Tuesday or something of the week.
Yeah, every Tuesday of the week.
The shorties start coming down there shooting that shit up. That's the takeover. Don't get on the news. Those are the problems right there. And how Brandon is sounding like the things that you named, which could be good ideas, that could be good tools to curb what's going on. But he's saying he's not going to penalize them for nothing.
What about a midnight library?
Them niggas don't
you can forget about that.
So what do you all do with an out of control teen? What as parents?
As a child that had responsible parents, you don't do nothing without a control team. I don't know what to do because I knew what was for me and what wasn't for me. As an adult looking at things now, there's nothing you can do because there's no fear of consequences or repercussions for none of their actions. You can't do anything to them in the school. Hell, they can go to school, change their name and change their sexuality, and the school can't tell the parents now. They can do all that. You see what I'm saying? So they have taken all the guidelines, the tools for good parenting and raising respectful young adults. They've taken all this shit away. When they start saying you can call the police on your parents for corporal punishment, I knew it was a wrap.
So that was the other part, is the punishment for the parents punishing the out of control teens is greater than it is for the punishment for if your teen gets in trouble, right? So holding them accountable can actually put you in jail, right? But if they go out here and rob somebody or steal somebody's car or, do property damage, they get a slap on the wrist. But let me, toughen, grab you by your collar. I'm going to jail. But I'm trying to stop you from going out here robbing somebody.
Right.
I think
next election, bro.
You think you're a one-term mayor?
Absolutely.
Look,
how about you?
Yeah, for sure. But I'm done with Mayor Johnson.
We're not done with Chicago though, because if you like Chicago and the colors of Chicago, you will like this hoodie I'm fucking wearing with the 4 Chicago stars on it and Chicago's colors of the red, white, and baby blue. It's fresh. It's brand new. It's the Fly Right Corner Convo brand. It's got design on the back, man. It's fly. Y'all get a picture of it pretty soon.
It is really nice.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Yeah, you did a great job.
So y'all got hoodies and I don't. Y'all got
He
great
don't got
hoodies.
a hoodie.
I don't have.
But
got
y'all
a
don't.
hoodie.
Y'all got on great hoodies today and I don't. Like so.
Okay, what's the problem?
What do you mean? What's the problem?
Well, you look way better than us right now.
Look, don't butter me up with truths.
I don't understand
Don't
what
butter
the
me up
problem
with
is.
truths.
We don't want to bring you down with this.
Man.
Well, you know what? Let's get the fuck out of Chicago. Let's
Absolutely. There's nothing going on here.
yeah, it's still cold in Minnesota. All right, let's holler at my guy over there.
That's true, yeah.
My guy Anthony Edwards.
Ant-Man.
Okay. Ant is a little out of bounds and out of his body, if
Yeah,
you
we
will.
out of rubbers too. He never use them. he never use them.
Just a quick backstory for those who don't know. You know, basically he's around here shooting the club up. All right.
Consistently.
All the clubs.
You know, and he's enjoying
Pullout game
himself.
is horrible.
He's enjoying himself. And there's a young lady that got pregnant, and he basically told her, "Hey, look, I don't want nothing to do with you or the baby." And you know, I don't know if he's paid it, but let's just say, hypothetically or allegedly,
Social media.
What had
rumor.
happened was
Yeah.
he basically paid her $1 million
Allegedly.
to leave him alone
Rumor mill wise.
and the baby. So he wants nothing to do with her or the child.
so okay. Child support was supposedly set at $5,000 a month, which is 60 stacks a year. Which multiply that times 18 years. It's a right.
One
So
point,
yeah. So
yeah.
it
About
was
$1 million.
Yeah, but it was the child support accrued over 18 years.
No, for
at
sure.
$5,000.
Y'all not finna argue with that, okay?
Yeah.
No,
I'm
for
just
sure.
saying, like it's not just like a random $1 million. Like that's where it came from.
Well, no, okay. So here's the thing.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
You know, I'm kind of twofold on this. I
gotta hear
do
this.
understand the buyout. Okay. You know,
How is it a buyout though?
it's a buyout. It's a one time. Take this, leave me alone. Don't ever call me for anything. Whatever his or her child, right? His or her, right?
The baby's
It's
a
baby.
girl.
Okay.
Girl.
Whatever she may
Girl
need,
dad.
you have it now.
Ghost dad.
Don't call me for anything. I want nothing to do with you or this kid. Now, here's where the problem lies for me. As a father, I believe that you gave up your right the moment you shot the club up, and you lost all leverage in the game. You have no fighting power, because now this woman can decide how your life goes for the next 18 years because she's pregnant by you.
Financially, at least.
Financially. Okay. And just for a man's peace. Now,
Ain't worried
I
about her.
don't know. I don't like the fact that you say you don't want anything to do with the child. I think that's ass, because taking care of your kids that you have coming or that are already here.
You say he is?
Yeah.
He not.
Well, what about the chick that he lived with?
All them girls say he not taking care of them kids, bro.
Oh, so he's just a shit
He
bag.
tell them what he don't want.
But he's financially providing,
Yes.
but not there.
Yeah.
Okay, so then I think this is something that he will regret in the future.
How, bro?
I don't know about
You
that.
don't give a damn.
Yeah, well,
I mean, what's
sometimes you mature. Okay. Like, let's take Dr. J, for instance. He had a
Don't you
child,
bring Judas into this
child
shit, bro.
outside of marriage, and he said, I would take care
Did
of
you
this.
just grumble?
I will take care of this
Offensive
child
now.
and you, right? And then she became a pretty good tennis player, I believe. And she reached out. He was more than happy. And he said this was one of his biggest regrets in life, not actually being there as a father, not just monetarily.
Hindsight is 20/20 and it's trash.
And I'm
You know
saying
it makes
that
yourself look good in
at
hindsight.
some point he may
Business
mature and be
history.
like,
So
damn.
if she was not a good tennis player, do you think?
If she's a
Well,
part,
I don't know about that.
I'm just
but
saying, like
Yeah.
I'm just speaking to.
I'm conflating.
I'm
absolutely.
speaking to the fact that he has good DNA and he made a professional player. Okay.
No, her mom actually did that. He didn't make her
Agree with
a
that, yeah.
professional player.
It's
He
part of
gave her
the
some DNA.
athletic DNA, yeah.
That's all I'm saying. I'm
Yeah,
cool with
it's
that.
it's plenty of kid
That's half the
athletes
battle.
out here that ain't doing nothing.
nothing with
They
the-
got great genes,
Mhm.
horrible
We
height.
talking-
So you mean to tell me,
Yeah, you're right.
are you taking the buyout for a meal?
I have 3 kids. If my ex-husband would have been like, yo, I'm gonna give you the lump sum of the cost of all of the child support for the 3 kids for the 18 years, I would absolutely take it. Also, it wasn't just like money. He was responsible for like insurance and things like that. And
Right.
and then half of educational expenses. Right. So I was pro se in court. I understand that somebody was like, you know how much you gotta hate somebody to like pay him off. And I was like, well, if I paid off my car full and I have the capacity to meet this bill, why would I make you wait every month for $5,000? Why wouldn't I give you all of this money to make a decision on how it is that you're going to take care of it? And if I've chosen to sign my rights away, then that's a legal choice that I have. What I don't understand is we have parents that give their children up for adoption. No one says like, oh, you hate the other parent. You don't want to be in that child's life. I really don't understand. And this might be, an unpopular opinion. We support sperm banks. There are men that give away sperm. Then also they don't.
You went there with it, huh?
Yeah, they don't care how much sperm they give, and they don't care the woman who gets it. Like these men have 100 kids out. Nobody's calling them trash human beings, and they're not even responsible for child support. So how is it that on the one hand we're like, yeah, you got paid for your sperm, and you don't know how many kids you have, and you don't want to know them, and you didn't pick the baby mama. Great job. And over here, this man who's actually using his rights, signing them away, saying, I will give you the money, and making a choice for himself, why that's demonizing him. I don't understand that. I don't agree with it. Now, if he doesn't I do believe that there are some instances that the mother creates such a toxic and negative environment that the threat of her being present is something that he wants to get away from. Because I've seen some women get weird. There are women that end up using children in weird ways and making it uncomfortable as men get married or they have other children. So I can understand if there are some men like, I can't even do it with her. I just give her the money and I don't even try and take her to court because it's so messy. I don't understand how, first of all, we in a child support court. There are plenty of children that are loved by the families that want and love and support them. So Anthony Edwards, you made a decision. Put on a condom, or at least pull out, please.
That boy pull up. Exactly.
Or pull out, and if the judge does let this happen, that was that's the policies of child support court.
I think I just sit back and look at how people are just pointing to him like she don't control what dick goes in her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
say it like that.
Women always control access to the sex. If they don't, then it's called GARAPE. You know what I'm saying? That's the only time they don't control it. It's great, you know what I'm saying? And her rant about she got mad at people commenting on her.
Calling her a gold digger.
Sweetheart, we done asked to be invited to your chat. You made it public that he had a baby by you and didn't want to be in the baby's life. You invited us in, so how you salty now? That rant just let me know you are a gold digger. That's fine. You are Ebony from Players Club. You use your body to get what you want. And you try to tie yourself, you attach little baby's name to this conversation to let everybody know your status. You a bad bitch. You use your body to get what you want. This, that. That means nothing to us. Fuck your bag and your baby. We want the sauce.
Baby catch a stray.
Fuck that baby. You know what I'm saying? You are part of the numbers game. I'm gonna stop calling y'all 304s and call y'all part of the numbers game because they starting to flag you for saying 304 now. So y'all part of the numbers game. Look here, you thought you was flexing when you said your body could get this type of guy, that kind of guy. If it was a flex, then yeah, I hope she's proud of knowingly and being a willing participant of adding to the single mother household. And we know statistically how single mother kids add up. No shot at no woman out here that don't contribute to that, okay? But we know how that adds up, you know what I'm saying? So you on social media flexing and boasting about adding another traumatized child that's gonna be financially taken care of, you know what I'm saying? To the statistics, girl, you're a motherfucking fool. Get out of here, man. You can leave with that. Now, does money make it better? It makes the landing softer at times. Makes it softer, but we just know what it is, man. And get off social media. If you can't take what we say about you, leave.
I'm going to give her credit before we move on because there are a lot of women who bust down for less, okay? The nigga that continues to get locked up. The guy who lives at home with his mama who has nothing. Okay. Your dope boy who has nothing or his life is nothing. Hey, look, she did what she did. It is what it is. I, as a father, I don't like guys. Numbers gang.
Numbers gang shit still.
Yeah, I just don't like fathers who don't want to be a part of their child's life.
But I think that's fair.
That's weird.
She knew that though. He told her, she knew it.
That's
she
true.
didn't make him strap up. He didn't strap up. These two messy ass, bad decision making mother, you know what? They trash, bro.
You know when you're ovulating. You definitely know when you can get pregnant. I didn't want to say the whole rant about
she thick as hell though. Ooh, Lord have mercy.
What?
She thick as hell.
Oh my God.
Yes,
Cheers.
it's gonna always come back to that for me.
Great
Man,
job,
a guy
Anthony.
can dream, can't he?
Hey, I'll tell you this though.
She did take shots at the people like if your baby daddy is broke. But we have pushed back on the conversation of welfare queens, right? Like Black women have children to stay on welfare instead of it being a rich baby daddy. It is the federal government and taxpayers' money. Like Black women have always been seen as.
But see, that's a different conversation. See, her looks allow her into rooms and spaces where she can meet those kind of people. Everybody looks don't allow that.
But that was the
goes to prove
argument she was making.
Yeah, that goes to prove that a good looking woman can get into a place where it takes a man's status and money to get into. You know, that's really a trash ass POV she tried to land.
We appreciate you all for helping us.
Hey,
out.
I ain't gonna lie to you, Ant-Man, Anthony Edwards. You can still pull up on the corner.
Facts, bro. Facts.
But we're hitting you with the financial literacy book the moment you walk through the door.
And a pack of condoms.
I don't.
Facts.
You won't have those. I'll make sure to bring
Thank
them.
you. I'll give them pills and packs for them.
Not Plan Bs.
Let me ask y'all this. Where are you at with, we're seeing a lot of college women that have the opportunity to go to the WNBA. Stay in college and live the free college life. Your own scholarship. Your food is free. You got good money from NIL.
You're right.
Some of them.
If you can,
A lot of them, right? A lot of them. Top players. I'm only speaking to the elite, right?
For you bums, it's not for y'all.
Yes, it's not for y'all. Y'all keep working.
Go get a job.
Stay in the gym. But we have someone like Flaugenet said, "Yeah, nah,
I'm staying
here."
Olivia Miles, staying.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Paige, staying.
And I'm okay with that, because we've said it 1,000 times before. There's not enough jobs yet in the WNBA. So you get out there, and once you're done with your college career, if you're not one of them ones, you're not getting picked up no way. And there's a low turnover rate again because there's only so few teams. Why give away your bag?
Well, they just added a new one, right?
They are. It's still way too
Golden State
few.
Valkyries is 13 now.
They're getting 3 of them coming pretty soon. Right. So why give up a bag? It's like getting demoted. It's like, why would you demote yourself? Why do I give up the money I'm making here and there to go to the next level, which is supposed to be the better level, and make less money? You had Angel Reese just tell us that, hey, my salary don't cover my monthly expenses. So that right there resonated with a lot.
Yeah.
How influential she is in popularity. And we said that before in the show. That message resonated with a lot of star athletes coming out of college. And they was like, yeah, I'm going to stay and get this money.
It's like a rookie cap of like $78,000 their first year. That's not a lot of money.
75, might be 78.
Yeah, it's like
next year.
Like who?
If they get the new deal. But if they stay in college and get their education, I'm really going to start calling the WNBA just the professional ladies league, because I got to take W out of it. There's no win. W stands for win nowadays. There's no win in that for most of these star athletes coming out of college, female athletes coming out of college to go to the pros. It's not. They lose when they go to the pros. You really lose it. You step into a bullying culture. Y'all know the culture I'm talking about. You're making less money. And if you're not, I'm going to say it again, one of them ones with staying power, you gone. And now what do you have?
I think that was the point that everybody was talking about Paige. Like, why, where is the celebrity status and the media? Like, what's the difference between her and Caitlin Clark and why she isn't getting that? But I do realize NCAA also added a 5th year of eligibility, which makes it easier for women to stay. And a lot of them have entered the transfer portal. Some of them have decided to stay at their school, though. They're saying, like, it means something to stay where it is that you started.
Kels, to your point, if you play the college game correctly, you can get almost 8 years out of college.
Yeah.
That's some old cats in college, too.
Yeah, bro. I'm like 26 years old, and you're still playing in the NCAA.
Why are people so upset about that? Like, that's so Paige is like 23, and then like there are younger players. Like, people like, that's not fair. I'm like, how? She's a grown woman playing against like
babies.
How?
It's the same argument as,
Is that fair?
Men playing against women. We are physically stronger than women, period. So once, the human body, once it matures, the bone density, the muscle strength and tension. If you 23 playing against 18-year-old, you're going to be strong. You have an advantage. Whether that person's more skilled or not, you can bully them. But to another point, like, Paige Beckers got 2.1 million followers on Instagram. Flaugenet, got 2 million. Haley Van Lith got 1.2. Juju got 1.1. And these are top 5 highest followed Instagram people. Cooper got 1 million. These are people that they get money off this.
Yeah.
You know how they get money. Why would they get that shit up?
They're going to wait a year.
Except Cooper.
It's going to be a more favorable economy, right? Because they're probably going to renegotiate the, what is it?
It's not going to change, though.
CBA?
Yeah,
CBA.
It'll just be more favorable,
For
right?
the stars.
Say, yeah. Now, there are some people like Olivia, they're saying like, she was predicted to go second in the first pick. But she goes in 2026. It's not guaranteed that she'll be number 2. She might fall down. So there's also like people speculating like, what is the draft going to look like in 2026 now that many ladies have like taken themselves out? And then also, how are these teams going to look next season as you see women moving around the college teams?
I think this is what equity looks like, right? So the WNBA is not the goal. I have equity in college. I'm going to get as much as I possibly can as an elite player, and then I'll go up to league. So I can make millions now in college.
Yeah.
What does that say about the business of the WNBA? We've talked about it a million times, but I like the fact that these women have options.
At least until they get right. It's a smart move for them.
But he said next they're going to lose $40 million.
Again.
Adam Silver, is that his name?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
I know a little bit.
Which leads over to the men, and the transfer portal being insane for the men. Like Caleb Love,
hopping.
Yeah, he was killing for North Carolina. I blinked, this man in Arizona. I'm like, God damn, boy. For his 4th or 5th year, I don't know what year it is him, but this is my.
No, I'm just gonna say that we have a record number of people in the transfer portal.
They want to beat your ass today, bro.
Yeah, I thought it was Transformers at first. Like.
The transfer portal. Okay, we have a record number of 1,729 to be exact, and that number is still growing.
Why do y'all think that is?
I already know.
Well, I mean, look.
I know why. I know in my heart. I know why. Meat and potatoes, black and white bread and butter. I know why.
First of all, I'm hungry.
This is what I'll say. I believe that you have too many players running and not growing. Because now with this transfer portal, it allows players.
What the fuck you just say again?
Now with this transfer portal. Okay.
It's the fur in the port is killing you, bro.
Yeah.
Transfer portal.
It's like Medea.
Say it again. Say it again for crowd. Go on now.
One time for the one time.
What's up?
You got too many people. Okay. All right. Okay.
Transform portal. You got me saying it. Transfer portal.
Hold on, let me sip.
Transfer portal.
It's so ridiculous. Okay.
All right. No, I think you have too many kids in this portal.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Shorty.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think they're running. So if a coach is Paul's riding you too hard, you can get.
I still get a button, but you
can get the portal, right? And bounce. If you don't like the amount of time that you get, you can get in the portal and bounce. If you just don't like the system, you can get in the portal and bounce. It used to be you had to just stick it out or lose a year of eligibility,
That was
right?
trash.
So what happens is now you jump in this portal and you may not get picked up.
Chance you take.
But what happens next?
That happens.
The school that you're trying to leave, they can be like, nah, fuck you too. So now you know what I mean? So you betting on yourself at the same time. But if you're in the ideals ain't right. I mean, it's a lot of different reasons.
Does your coach know when you've done it? Is
Hell
this like
yeah,
a conversation that happens?
Everybody knows. It can't be. I think they're gonna have to implement some rules. Because right now, the only thing that you have to do is
the Wild Wild West.
It is. The only thing you have to do is enter at the right time, and you have to be your grades got to be right. That's it.
In order for you to swap. But does your scholarship come with you?
No.
What are you talking about over there, bro?
No, I'm saying the school that you're trying to leave, they can take your scholarship away.
Oh, they should take your scholarship. Oh,
they
okay,
can.
Yeah, it's like so.
But yes, your scholarship
money
goes,
does not move with you.
No, but the other school definitely. These schools pilfer players from other teams. The big school. Here's the problem. The big schools. Here's the complaint. The bigger schools with more money and better boosters and better bitches, better members of the numbers gang, are pilfering great players that will usually go to mid-major schools and lower-level D1 schools and give them a fighting chance against better schools. They're taking good players and they all going to the elite schools, the blue blood schools, Pac-10, the SEC, the Big 12, the Big 10, ACC. They're going to these schools. And they're complaining about it now. Why would you complain? For years, athletes fought. You would see the broke athlete in school when we were in college. In school, broke as hell.
Starving.
Athletes need to get paid. They make these PWIs, this much money, that much money. Woo, 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 woo. Now the money's here. And these moms, they're not running from coaches in situations a lot of times. They run into the money. They run into the money. So now the money's here for these athletes. We got a problem with it now. You can't have it both ways, Charlie Wally. You can't have it both ways. You got to pick a struggle. Do you want the colonizing institutions? I just want to say colonizing one time, though. The colonizing institutions, that's 2 times something, you know what I'm saying? The PWIs to keep treating these athletes that's making the millions just like workers a minimum wage? Or do you want your child, your son, your daughter, whatever it is, whatever they're playing, to get what they work while they can, because everybody don't make it. That percentage just dropped from high school to college to pros to whatever. It drops so much. You want your baby to go through school, get what they can education-wise. Not I'm stupid. Get their education, get paid, and have a chance, have a way to start off with some kind of base in the real world. Because a lot of times, black and brown kids and athletes, we don't have the same start in the real world as white kids do. This is not a race thing. We don't have the same starting point after college. All of us come out this motherfucker in debt if you're not an athlete. You losers. You know what I'm saying? Freaking mortals. You know? A lot of people come out. You don't want, you want your child to get what they worth. We always talk about getting what you're worth, man. You want to get what they're worth. And now it's finally here and we have a problem. I don't understand people at all. It's so fucking confusing.
So to your point about running away, there was another.
I hate this point.
there was two coaches. Cannot remember their names. One, you're moving from the team, but you're taking your bad habits, right? So instead of you working on your game, if you have a problem with the coach or whatever it is, you're not getting enough playing time, you're not letting yourself get groomed and get coached because you have the option of leaving. So it's it disincentivizes discipline. And then another coach was saying, we have to give these players more than just the money. It's not going to keep them here because if we're not winning, then they're trying to leave to find some place where they can absolutely win. And the other thing is like you have your Ivy League schools. We got these top players like ladies, Harmony Turner. People are like, are you going to enter the transfer portal?
Yeah. It's contagious.
Get your son. That transfer portal is crazy.
That's got to be the name of the episode spelled completely wrong. Man, now it's coming from both sides.
Oh my God.
First of all, hey man, something's wrong with both of y'all. But at least for Ivy League schools, players see the benefit and value of leaving with a degree and staying there, even if the NIL money isn't amazing. I'm okay with the players finding where it is that they can get the most, because I think you're right. There's only so many years you have, and it's super competitive for guys to even get in. So get it while you can. And I mean, to the teams and the coaches and the schools, maybe do a better job of taking care of your athletes so that they do want to stay. It's not just all about the money, but it's also about the culture and the perks. And so what are the perks of being at your school? What are the opportunities? If this is a player who believes that they're going to go further, then how is it that you're going to woo them and negotiate, stay here with us? Let us help you get to where you want to go. We will help you find whatever it is you need to get to the NBA, but trust this is where you belong. I do think that people will start moving around so fast that they don't have an opportunity to really cultivate really good teams. And that's what it is that I think is going to happen moving forward. It's just going to be gumbo all the time. And how do you, I do love gumbo, but not with chicken sausage, or okra.
Okay, that's random as fuck. But
Okra fine that shit. I'm
gonna say this. I was gonna stand on business and down this hill. I was, but you know what? I'm not gonna lie to you, man. When you really get down to the meat and potatoes and shit,
I keep talking about
you see how I did that. Coaches leave mid-season. No one says a fucking word. Right. They leave their players high and dry.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. And now that player or players are stuck with this new coach, right? Yep. And so now you went from a starter to 6-man, 7-man. Sometimes you may not be in rotation.
They pull an Anthony Edwards on them.
But
we're going to call that an Edwards from now on.
but now, you get mad at 18, 19-year-olds for wanting what they want. And, it's a microwave society, not only in music, but now in college basketball.
So now it's like pick better coaches, pick better coaching staffs. And so it puts the onus on the coaching staff to make sure your team wins. And pick the right people the first time.
Before we bounce, who you got winning the ladies' Final Four?
UConn all the way.
UConn definitely slapping. Who you got winning the ladies' Final Four?
Can you just tell me who's in the Final Four?
First of all, don't do your lips like that. You know who's in the Final Four.
It's down to two now. It's Dawn Staley's Gamecocks from South Carolina and Gino Auriemma's Huskies from UConn.
Gino Pacino.
Well, let me be honest with you. I'm always betting on black, so let's go with the Gamecocks on this one, buddy.
I've been a UConn fan for a long time since Jesus Shuttlesworth went there. So
who went there?
Jesus Shuttlesworth.
Okay.
AKA Ray, AKA Ray Allen, AKA he got game. You know what I'm saying? So I'm always going with UConn in this situation. Plus the girls are fucking phenomenal. You got one of the guys.
All right.
Duke plays Houston. Auburn plays Florida.
So we are now, today, it's the Final Four.
Yeah.
Today is. But we are speaking this into the future because guess what? The show comes out too.
Yes.
The game ain't over with by the time we talk about it.
I have Florida.
What's today's date?
Today is the 5th.
Today's the 5th.
The 5th of April, Amon is picking.
I got Florida and I have Duke.
And between those two?
And between those two, I've been a Duke fan for a very, very long time.
They call Duke fan
A Dookie. Yeah, been a Dookie.
But I'm gonna say this. I love my young boy Clayton over at Florida. I see the game through a point guard's eyes, and I love what he's doing at 6'3".
Here this Negro go.
And
He loves 6'3".
He do, man.
hey man, the boy is tough, man. He's averaging the dub in the tournament, man. He's having one of those runs. He's acting like he wants to be a lottery pick. I get it. I do understand that Duke is a big athletic team. You know what I mean? We're talking 6'7", 6'8".
He got snipers.
7 foot, right?
He got the great white hype and hope, and he the truth.
And you know, again, they do have the AP Player of the Year in Cooper Flag.
Bro.
Cooper, throughout the year, has not shown up in big moments.
What are you talking about?
He's had some times.
What are you talking about?
He's had some times where he did not show up in the
You
big,
watch wrong
in the big
game or
moments.
something, bro.
He's turned it over.
This is
several
where I need the
times.
split screen.
All right.
Oh, he made mistakes?
He made mistakes.
You ain't see Clayton Jr. almost gets taken eliminated in the first round.
Hold on. Hey, guess what? We won.
Yeah, so the Cooper Flag team
For
did.
sure.
Yeah.
For sure. So, with all that being said, I'm going to go with Duke. I'm going with Duke for the ship. Yeah. I just
was
want
a
to cause
lot.
some controversy. Okay?
Who you
But
got, Cuz?
I definitely got Florida, and I got Duke, and I got Duke taking it.
I have Auburn, and I have Duke, and I have Duke winning.
now, you got Auburn, which is
Bruce Pearl's team.
Bruce Pearl,
Yep.
who just got
Co-coach of the year
co-coach of the year.
with the mob man
Patino. Now, it's odd that they gave him, or they even split the coach of the year with Patino,
weird.
who before NIL had to leave his school because he got caught in some shady
He
shit.
was doing it right before it was legal.
And now we give him coach of the year, and you got to split it? This is weird. This hasn't happened in what?
He got
ever?
forgiven. He paid his penance. I don't think it's ever happened. I don't remember.
I don't think it's ever happened.
Yeah, co-coach of the year in college. You know?
And first of all, like, your team isn't even in the Final Four. So what are the metrics on this coach of the year shit?
It's weird, bro.
I don't like it.
They finished 5th. Auburn finished 4th. Auburn held on number 1 and was in the top 5 most of the year. Patino and them wasn't even ranked. They was ranked low for a lot of the year, and they jumped up at the end because he started getting all this goddamn love, and now you think he did that. I think it's unfair to Bruce Pearl that he has to share his award that he rightfully earned with somebody else that I think he got affection from the public because this is a rebound, a coaching rebound tour.
Yeah, I don't
Fuck
like
them.
it. I don't like it. And I think as a coach, I think I'd have denied that. Now, don't give me that. I've earned, I don't want to share my space with you. You're not on my coaching staff. I share this award with my players and my staff in this school, not another coach and his players. You're not going to cut the fucking trophy in half. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's fucking stupid.
goofy.
I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like
No,
it.
if you ain't first, you last. Ricky Bobby.
Talk to me.
You know what I'm saying?
He was like, I
me.
said that when I was drunk. Daddy totally made that up.
Hey, man, that's
I
a
live my
classic
life by
line,
that.
though. He had a hell of a run with movies, though.
Talk
With
about
Red
dads
Dead.
that left. Right, his daddy left him. He turned out all right.
Came back at the end. He did, though.
He did come back in
Ricky
the
Bobby
end.
was fucked up, though.
He was super
He was
fucked up.
fucked up, man. So you know what you're looking forward to, Aisha and Anthony? You know what I'm saying? You'll call me your kid will be a race car driver. That's it, man. All right, next in line, bro. You know, for some reason, the world took an interest in a muscle-bound guy and what he does in the morning for 7 hours before getting on the laptop and doing nothing. This guy's name is Ashton Hall.
He's an entrepreneur.
I don't care what he is. If you look him up on the internet, it's so disrespectful. They call him a failed football player. I said, bro, why they gotta do him like that?
Yeah, when I said that, when I saw it, I was like, oh,
That's so fucking low, man. Well, he wouldn't now. Whoever called him a failed football player, because all he does is get up, work out,
it's playing on
peel a
the screen.
banana.
Look at this shit here.
Yeah, peel a banana.
Look at this shit here.
Dunk his face in the cold thing of water. Eat another banana.
Saratoga water at that.
You know what I'm saying? Take a shower. Use lotion, of course, which you should. Whatever camera he's using has the best microphone ever. Those sounds are so crisp. I heard him peeling the banana, bro. I couldn't believe that shit.
Hey, look.
I think it was edits.
I don't like this.
Why? Because you can't do
this.
it?
I don't like this. First of
Put
all,
your face on
Because
his
he's not
body.
6'3".
No. First of all, you're not an entrepreneur. Okay, what you are, you are a fucking trainer. All right, you're a trainer.
He worked at the gym for real?
He works at the fucking gym.
But he's still a personal trainer, but that makes you an entrepreneur.
He's a personal trainer. See, now you're gonna have cats all over the world not calling themselves exactly what they are.
So the 2000s, we renamed everything 2020s.
That makes no sense.
No.
I agree with
So now you set this precedence that you're up at 3 a.m. This is bullshit. Okay, this is bullshit. These are camera tricks. All right. Now he can't fool me with him actually being in shape. We clearly see he's in shape.
He's definitely in shape.
Right?
He said, you can't fool me. I love that you gave that man his clap. You're Stephen A. Smith in him right now.
Every day.
Begrudgingly.
Every day you're up at 4 and splashing yourself with warm or ice water. Okay?
That's funny.
And having 6 pieces of bacon. Fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? Fuck out of here, my boy. Now, what I do give you credit for is being consistent with doing this. And that's all he did. Right? So he recorded himself every day doing this shit. Right? But if you really pay close attention, a lot of those shots he got the same certain shoes on.
He got the same shirt.
The same shirts and shoes on.
Trash
right?
for Purtle.
Yeah, all that. That's what we on today. Okay.
E's and R's is fucking up today. Old E's and R's.
O's and U's.
Eeyore
Over the
face ass.
vowels.
But I think this actually speaks to what consistency looks like, right? Not just when you talk about being in shape, but consistent with your content. This is all he did. This is all he did. This is what he continued to post. It's very niche. People fell in love with it, and now it's here. So now, I mean, you got people remixing it. You got people doing their own version of it. Some of the late night hosts are
you don't like the
doing
remixes?
Yeah, let him do his own thing. Yeah, he earned that by doing nothing.
Yeah.
I saw the old man do it.
Yeah.
And then it was like an Indian man did it. And then like everybody's like putting their own little cultural appropriated spin on it.
They love appropriating.
I mean, his body is nice. There's that. Like,
why you gotta say the eye like that though?
Because I'm looking at him right now. Like somebody was so disrespectful. Like, who's the snow bunny?
Who crib is this, fam? You in a different crib every time you post, fam. Get your ass out of here, fam.
Clearly, you've seen all of the reels.
Damn.
Hey, look at me.
Oh, you a dirty little boy, buddy. You a dirty little boy.
He know all of the details.
I'm just out here doing research, people. I'm just out here doing research. All right, so stop with the Airbnbs and acting like you're getting to it, fam. I see what you're doing out here. All right?
It's low-key OnlyFans, bro.
Facts.
It's low-key OnlyFans, Charlie Wally.
Oh, he needed to bend his knees on there. However,
Here you go.
Yeah.
Here you go, man.
So, self-help is like a huge industry, like $13 billion industry. So, any images,
fam, then he gave himself a fake ass lining, fam.
Hey, them Andes is real though, bro. Everybody got them Andes. That's a man. Everybody got them Andes.
That mic hit one part of his
who
head,
puts bacon
man.
in the microwave?
And what kind of microwave is this? Fuck out of here, man.
You got to retro crib.
Yeah, well,
and so you running 20 miles per hour and some beat up ass track Nikes.
So,
fam, I'm not buying this bullshit.
So Saratoga Water,
That verse is crazy work. That Nissan verse was dirty.
That Nissan verse is
that was dirty work right there, bro.
they've seen an uptick in their stock price, like by 13%. But here's the thing, I'm not so sure that it's even Saratoga Water because you could just refill it.
There you go, like a bars and
Yeah,
clubs
like you just put all you need is the bottle, right? Like you don't have to show that it actually is the bottle. It could be one bottle.
He's low-key genius. Now, a lot of OnlyFans people and these other industry people, they call themselves brand ambassadors. He trolling us and shooting his shot at advertising, been advertising space for all these brands. He got in here. It was low-key genius. Yeah. I could not stop laughing at any video I watched from him in it. I was dying, bro. Like, he got to be trolling us, bro. This is top notch. This is platinum trolling.
You know about it. I mean, you're in the gym. All right, yeah. I've seen you troll. I've seen you troll. Okay.
Do you look like that under there?
I'm sick. Mine looks longer because pause. I'm 6'5". I'm 6'5".
Wait a minute.
Yeah, I'm 6'5". You know, thicker than the Snicker. You know what I'm saying? I got 6 of my 8 abs back. Big chest energy, big arms, big guns. You know what I'm saying? I'm not running like nowhere. Hell no. My knees tell me no. My mind is telling me yes.
But my knees say no.
What is the tape over the mouth about?
Oh, so this is supposedly a hack that people say on social media helps you sleep better. Just like the banana peel. Just like the putting the face in the water.
What happened to marijuana? Melatonin and marijuana.
So at least the ice water there's something to it. Like people use like cooling packs, cucumbers under the eye, the little rollers. So there's that. The banana on the face, there's no evidence that it does promote anything. But you know, people make all sorts of facials out of, you know.
You got any sleep tricks?
I do.
Do you mind sharing?
It's a rose.
All right. Hey, look, guess what?
Not mad at that, man.
Are we giving,
Shout
know
out
what
to the
I'm
Rose.
Shout out to the Rose. I can't find
Hey,
the charger now.
Put them to bed for a long time now.
Yeah.
There you go. Put them to bed.
I can't believe I said that, but I can.
Man.
So before we get out of here, man, we gotta
Curl
talk
dry as hell,
about
boy. Hold on.
we gotta talk about our guy Kanye, man. It's Chicago all day.
The bro, the family.
He did, I guess, an interview. I don't know if you really want to call it that.
Interview, interrogation.
He was talking on camera
Walk, run down on.
with DJ Akademiks. And what I found interesting is it was about an hour long or so.
That was edited 18 times.
I'm sure. I'm sure.
Of course. No.
But what was interesting is he went and got his Superman on. And when I say that, he was Clark Kent for the first 15 minutes, maybe even 10 minutes. He was regular as fuck,
schmegular.
right?
Regular daggler.
And then he said, I'll be
With
right
his
back.
Timbs.
And he came back and became Clayton Bigsby. And that shit was hilarious, okay? The fact that he told him, hold on, man, you got to check his phone, turn his back. You know what I mean? He kept checking the phone. That shit was funny. And then he got right back into character. And I saw people saying, oh, he's
Adjusting the
sick.
hood.
What's
it was
wrong with him?
wild.
and this,
He's
that,
a
and the third.
genius, man.
Yeah, like
There's genius shit going on there.
you have to understand that he's trolling the trolls.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, I agree.
Is he aware? He has to be aware of what he's saying when he goes and put on the Clayton Bigsby and comes back
The Clayton Bigsby.
and turns into him. And then when he takes it off, oh my goodness, they love Kanye, right? That's who he turns into. He starts speaking to everybody in the hallways, you know what I mean? Waving, hey, how you doing? All this kind of shit, right? So this is how I know this is very intentional when he says what he says. And he just says the shit that people are thinking or maybe scared to say. And,
I don't disagree.
I'm not mad at it, man, to be honest with you. I mean, his political beliefs are his political beliefs. I don't give a fuck about none of that. I do know being next to Kanye, you get opportunities. Okay? Now, if he doesn't necessarily put you directly in the game, if you're able to get to Kanye and the business knows that you can get to Kanye, i.e. Jim Jones, right? Knowing Kanye gives you opportunity. So he knows that. He's well aware of that. He knows that people probably wouldn't have gotten opportunities if they weren't as close to him or he allowed them in his space. But what he did say, and I thought this shit was hilarious, and it got weird. Akademiks said, I think that you come from a God space and, you love God and, some of your music has been about God. Kanye got real quiet and said, no, I'm evil. And he was quiet for like 30 seconds. And he was like, God is evil. And I am God. You know what I mean? Like he was just going in.
Well, God did, I think Noah did create that boat for fun. Noah didn't create the ark.
Noah didn't create the ark.
He didn't build the ark just for the fuck of it. He built it because somebody was wiping out the earth. If you read the Bible, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying.
I don't know. I like the interview. I thought, again, I knew when I was watching it, this is about to go viral, A, because it's Kanye, but B, I knew it was going to be spoofed. You know what I mean? And
they were going to do a haul on him.
Yeah, it was just it was comedy, man. So, shout out to Kanye, man.
So for me, when he said something like, they're profiting off our pain. Like they could wear our pain and they profit, but I wear it and they want to commit me into a hospital.
Love that.
And I thought that was kind of brilliant, right?
Absolutely.
Like, so him having on that attire while also realizing like the music industry is really predacious on Black artists.
Predacious, that's a 10.
And I said it without messing up none of the vowels.
None of the E's are. Get them, girl. O's and U's.
Was something that like literally stuck with me. And then he did premiere some of his new music. I think there was like a song about his wife did leave him and that she didn't understand, what he was doing and wanted to put him in a hospital because of what he was wearing. And it did have me think like, how do we know the difference between somebody who is gone versus somebody who
was crazy.
Somebody who is, just outside of the norm of how it is sheeple, right? Like, do we know the difference between like this person is really pushing the boundaries of creative communication and like all of the things versus, like they should probably be committed. Like, do we know the difference? Because I feel like he said that he has some mental instabilities, right? He's acknowledged that. But do we allow that to cloud or do we use that as a filter to see him right now?
I understand what you're saying. Both of y'all, he really made no points, but I mean.
He made no points.
But I understand. I did agree with some things he was saying. You as well. I just understand Kanye for who he is now, and he's going to do what he wants to do timing doesn't matter. People say it's a time for everything. No, it's always Kanye's time. It's always Kanye's place. You know, to do it. I'm just gonna watch and be entertained, man. I wish the brother the best. And whatever goal he shoots for, I don't know what's in game, his goal, what he wants, what's his ask of people. You know what I'm saying? Hope he gets it though, because he really don't. Sometimes he sounds a little off, but when he's talking, even his whole interview with Akademiks, he made sense to me. He made maybe I'm crazy too, but he made sense to me. So that's really all I got, man. Free Kanye.
When I said, so even him putting himself in frame, right? Making sure that there was nothing else behind him but the contrast between the white background and everything black on him, right? Everything was scripted and extremely intentional. Yeah. Nobody was safe from this interview.
and it was leather. Like, this wasn't just a cotton, a high thread count.
His Tim's was brown, though. He was like, let me put my Tim's on.
Yeah, them Tim's definitely trash.
So Chicago.
Tim's always got it.
added 3 inches to his feet.
And turned the temperature up on his whole body 5 degrees.
Did y'all watch the whole interview?
Bits and pieces.
I definitely watched it. That shit was hilarious. Loved it.
What do you think is going to happen now?
Absolutely nothing.
They can't do shit to the man.
Absolutely
They
nothing.
can't fuck with that guy. He's proven it over and over again. They try to cancel him. They try to do this, try to do that. They can't do it. He come back even more of what they don't want. You know what I'm saying?
Kanye comes on our podcast. What's one question you asking him?
You ain't getting no questions.
Oh, no, I'm getting these questions. Know that.
You gonna be talking to us again. He gonna be out the motherfucking door.
Hey,
Fuck out of here, bro.
Guess what? It'll all be recorded.
Yeah, we gonna be arguing together. Like, man, that man sit and do something, bro. Give us something. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you never know, you know?
I would definitely ask him, where does the God complex come from? Because a lot of people are scared to walk in what they consider their light.
Stuff.
Yeah. What about you?
I don't know. I feel like there's so much yaying to cover. I would want to understand just like what's next. You know, like what's the end goal, end game? We've gone from Kanye possibly running for president.
Oh, they love Kanye,
right? Like we've gone from there to looking for children to be a part of the choir. You got to shave your head, right? Like there's a town that was supposed to be built.
Yayville.
Yeah.
Yayville.
Yeah, right.
Minneapolis.
Like what's going on with that? Yeah.
I'm definitely asking, hey man, how do you get out of the Illuminati?
He said he's not in.
Yeah, he's not in no more.
So he got out?
No, he definitely got the Illuminati. He definitely was in there. To me, you know what I'm saying?
I wonder, did they have craft services?
Damn.
All right. Well, if we said something that you didn't like, made you argue with your partner, you know what I mean, or laugh out loud in traffic, then we did our job. Period. All right.
Thanks for pressing play.
If you're mad, email us. Don't email us because we not responding. You know what I mean? Getting them comments. Again, like, subscribe, share, all of the things, man.
Remix.
We are oppressed. We are exploited.
We on the corner.